Hi guys, in today's video, I'll be sharing my full review of the new Lineupbb. This is one of the bags that I grabbed while I was on my trip to Vegas. So if you haven't watched already, be sure to check out my Vegas travel vlog as well as my shopping haul to see all the items that I purchased on my trip. But today we'll be focusing on this bag, and I really do feel like this is such an underrated bag that was recently released from Louis Vuitton. So I'll be sure to share more about the features, what fits, size comparisons, the pros and cons, and obviously I will share my overall thoughts on this bag. So if we haven't met, my name is Jo, and I'm a lover of all luxury bags and beauty. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe, and be sure to click the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. This is the Lineupbb. It is relatively new to Louis Vuitton. It was just released, I believe, in April. So let's talk about the features of this bag. So again, this is the Lineupbb size. There is a larger size that is substantially bigger. This bag features a natural slouch at the top that makes it very distinctive. It has vachetta lining all around the zipper, the handle, and it also has vachetta around the front area here. The front zipper pocket is quite spacious. I'll show you what can fit in a moment. It also has a little ring right here so you can attach additional charms. There's also a D-ring. I honestly don't know why they included this here. If anyone knows, let me know. I think this is weird. I guess you could wear the bag this way, but or maybe if you add a luggage tag or something, but that is a feature on the bag. The bottom of the bag is canvas. It doesn't have any feet on it. This shoulder strap is not removable. It's just attached by a little chain link here. That said, the bag also does come with a crossbody strap. So this is one of their newer styles of crossbody straps where it only has two adjustments. So you can wear it as a crossbody, or you can disconnect these snaps, and then you snap here, and now you have a shoulder strap. So this shoulder strap is a little bit longer than the one that comes on the bag. Speaking of the chain link though, I just want to note they do have some really nice details. So here you can see it says Louis Vuitton, it's upside down, but it also has like the little monograms there on the other side of the chain as well, which I thought was a nice feature. I will note about this strap, when you're looking at it, just when the bag is like not filled with anything, the strap does look like it's a little short. If you don't have anything inside, I would say your elbow may hit the top of the bag when you try and put it on. However, when you fill the bag with items, the bag does this natural slouch due to the weight. And when you do that, then the little slouchy part here does get significantly lower. And then honestly, when I put this on, my elbow never hits the top of the bag at all. It just slides right on with no issue. The interior is a red canvas. It's the same material that you see in their traditional canvas bags like the Neverfull. It has a large pocket on the inside, and other than that, it is just a fully open space. So in terms of dimensions, this bag is 10 inches across. It's about 8.7 inches high, I believe, from the shortest part. And then in terms of width, it's only 3.9 inches. So this is a very slim bag. In terms of weight, the bag is about 14.5 ounces. It's a little under a pound, so it isn't actually that heavy overall. So here's how I have been accessorizing my bag. I did have some little cute bag charms, some pom-poms previously, but right now I'm really leaning towards just some additional gold chains. So this thin one is from my Easy pouch, the dark chocolate one. And then this chain is from my Pochette Matisse East West. And I just love how like they kind of make a little bit of noise, but they add some gold accents and a little bit of like texture given they're two different sizes. So yeah, I really like this look. Okay, so let's talk about what can fit in this bag. So honestly, I'm pretty impressed. First off, I can fit a full tablet. This is an iPad mini. I have sunglasses. I have a hand sanitizer, a card holder, my mini pochette, some lotion, some lippies. Of course, I have my phone. I have a brush. And honestly, I could fit a lot more. Like there was still room in here. And then of course you have the front pocket here, and this can actually fit a key pouch. So I thought that was convenient as well. It is a good amount of space in here, to be honest. So in terms of size comparison, I felt like from a front-facing surface area standpoint, the Pochette Matisse was actually the closest comparison I have in my collection. But you can see that it is actually, I don't know, they're pretty similar from the side, but I will say we all know that the Pochette Matisse can expand pretty far. It does look like the Lineupbb is larger, but I don't really think that is the case. So here's how everything fits in the Pochette Matisse. This is everything I had put in the Lineupbb. Obviously the sunnies fit there, and then I have the phone in the back pocket. So everything fits in here with no issue whatsoever. So I would say they are pretty comparable in size. So it is worth noting, if we're talking about comparisons, that the Pochette Matisse is actually retailing for $28.40 right now. So that is about $500 more than the Lineupbb. Now, I think honestly, that price is a difference. I think at the end of the day, it's just going to come down to style preference, really. I think that the Pochette Matisse is definitely more classic. It's more structured. So it's definitely going to be a different look than the very slouchy looking Lineupbb. But I do think it is worth noting the price difference as well. So obviously this is not a direct size comparison, but I just wanted to give a comparison because these two are the closest I have in terms of style. So both of them have that kind of like slouchy center bit to them. And what I find interesting as well is that the Nano Ballon here is $19.50 or $19.80 in price right now, whereas this one again right now is $23.50. So for about $400 more, you can get a whole lot more of a bag than this Nano Ballon. Now, don't get me wrong, I am obsessed with this little bag. It is one of my favorite nano bags. I've talked about it in plenty of reviews. So I do think it is a wonderful piece, but if we're talking about quote unquote bang for your buck, I would definitely say the Lineupbb is going to be far more practical and worth that little extra more. All right, so now let's talk about the pros and cons. I would say the pros of this bag are the style. Again, I am in that slouchy phase, so I may be very biased. But when you put things inside of this bag, I just think the look is so magical. Like, I just love how it just creates the most natural, most symmetrical slouch. I really just like that look. So I personally love that style. I also like the fact that it has a zipper closure, so your things are secure. I love the front zipper pocket. Like I said, I am a sucker for a zipper pocket. And again, there's a lot of space in here. You can fit that full key pouch. I think in terms of size, I think it is a great size. It is larger than a mini bag, but it is still small enough that it doesn't like consume you whole, though I know that is the style right now. I think this is like the perfect medium, like segue between mini bags for mini bag lovers and the now very extra large bag trend that we're seeing. I also like how while the bag does look like a little larger from the front, it has a very slim profile. And so again, the bag's not gonna like take up a lot of room under your arm. It's not gonna be really bulky. It's very streamlined, but because it's larger in the front, you can hold a lot in the bag. In terms of the price, I wouldn't say it's a pro, but I wouldn't say it's a con either. I feel like the pricing on this bag really is highly dependent on what you compare it to. But in general, I did a quick search on the Louis Vuitton website for all of their BB sized bags, and this pricing was pretty average. You had some bags that were a little less, that were in like the 2000 range. And then you have ones that are 3,300, 3,500 as their limited edition, or they are a newer style release. So I just feel like the pricing on this one, I would argue, again, compared to other Louis Vuitton bags, is what I would consider like fair pricing. All right, so let's talk about cons. There's not too many. Obviously, the first one, you all know I'm gonna say this, the Vachetta. It's raw Vachetta, so it is that very pale, unfinished, raw leather, which always makes me nervous. I feel like I can't use it quite as carefree as I would want to. But honestly now, this is my second raw Vachetta bag this year. I got my Speedy 18 that also has the very pale raw Vachetta handles. I'm getting used to it. I am learning. Am I looking forward to when the patina comes and it comes with that honey color, which I prefer 100%. Am I quite as scared of it as I was, you know, last year? I think I'm getting better, but if I had a choice, I always will prefer the pre-aged or like pre-protected Vachetta that they have on like some of their nano bags. Another con I would say is the fact that this strap right here is not removable. Like I don't know why they did that. I do feel like that would have added some versatility to it. They have a removable crossbody strap, so I don't know what the thought process was there. That said, I actually like the strap a lot. I think it is a great length. So I don't have issues with it per se, but I just think it would have been nice as an added feature of versatility. Speaking of the crossbody strap, I'm not a fan of this strap at all. I do not like these straps where they have the single adjustment. Yes, I get it. You can make this into a shoulder bag. You can make it into a crossbody. It already has the shoulder strap, so I don't think you need that feature. And also I have, I think, 3 of these types of straps now from Louis Vuitton. In my opinion, they're really uncomfortable because this fits like right on your shoulder, and I just am not a fan. So I will not be using this strap because I only intend to use this bag as a shoulder bag. So for me, I don't need this strap, but it's definitely something to keep in mind if you do plan to wear this as a crossbody. I'm trying to decide if the fact that this doesn't have feet is a con. I usually mention that's the case, but in this bag, I just feel like it's meant to be like such a casual, like slouchy vibe. I just feel like feet would make it look too dressy, so I'm not gonna consider that a con only for this bag. I think the only other thing I find weird is this like little D-ring on the back. I'm not really sure what the thought process is here. I guess if you don't want the zipper showing, you could slouch it this way, I guess. I don't know. I think that's weird. I think it's pointless. I wish they would have invested the money they put into this into making the strap removable, in my opinion. So I don't know. It's not really a con. It's just kind of a, I don't get it. feature. So my overall thoughts on this bag, I love it. Honestly, I would give this probably like a 9.5 out of 10. I just think this is a great bag. I have been using it. So I got this, it's been now like 2 weeks, and it's been really hard for me to switch out of this bag. And that's saying something because I normally switch out of my bags every day. I wear a different one, but I've been stuck on this one. I just think it is really convenient. Again, I just love the look. I love the size. I love the proportion. Don't judge it based on the pictures on the website. Try it out, put stuff inside, get a feel for that beautiful slouch, because I think really that is what makes me love this bag so much. I have a feeling the reason it hasn't been popular or I haven't heard about it is because I think when it just looks like this, it's just not as appealing as when you really get that slouchy feel. So my overall thought is to definitely check this out. I recommend it. I think it is honestly a gorgeous bag. So that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching and spending a little time with me today. As always, I want to hear from you guys in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys think of this Lineupbb. Are you as much of a fan of it as I am? Or if not, what are some other bags that you've been eyeing up? Definitely share in the comments below. I am always excited to chat with you guys in that comment section and potentially take you guys up on some of your suggestions. As always, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. I would love to have you as a part of this community. And if you'd like to watch more of my content, I'll be sure to include a playlist here, and YouTube will share their recommended video here. Otherwise, bye for now.